feeling like I'm Akademiks. Can't ride away.
Here we go. So first of all, it appears that Bianca has came back to Kanye. Looked like she has like a different hairpiece or some shit like that. Ye posted a picture with her. By the way, there was a picture actually posted. There's a picture actually posted not too long ago. Actually, a video that paparazzi took that kind of showed them going on a date. So clearly she came back. And I mean, where the hell was she going to go? Like, again, you know, with all due respect, whenever Bianca leaves, I think it's going to be a major splash. And you know, one of those things, it's cheaper to keep her. I think at this point, Ye might have to bend a little bit to make sure, you know, Shorty sticks around, because you could almost smell a lawsuit on the way if she's really done with that nigga. You know what I mean? Like, you could just almost smell it. So maybe he just need to keep her around. But yeah, you know, I told y'all the story. Shorty hopped in his Maybach, started driving that shit through the city. Ye was trying to track her ass down through the Maybach app. And ultimately seems like he was successful. He made a song about it, which at least you could, whatever you might think about Ye right now, his music is very transparent and very true to what he's got going on. And if y'all celebrate rappers that make real music, like, for example, I told y'all when I found out that King Von was killing niggas, shit, man, I ain't gonna lie, his music was hitting 20 times harder. When I found out that Dirk was really sliding for Von, oh my God, those are my favorite songs now. You get what I'm saying? So if y'all love reality raps like I love reality raps, it don't look like Ye is capping. He's telling the truth about a lot of what's going on in his life currently. Anyway, what shocked everybody was Ye announcing a few things. He said, I changed my album name to Cuck. All right? Then he continues by saying, listen, man, this song is called Cousins. Hold on. This song is called Cousins, about my cousin that's locked in jail for life for killing a pregnant lady a few years after I told him we wouldn't look at dirty magazines together anymore. Perhaps in my self-centered mess, I felt it was my fault that I showed him those dirty magazines when he was 6, and we acted out what we saw. My dad had Playboy magazines, but the magazines I found in the top of my mom's closet were different. My name is Ye, and I sucked my cousin's cock till I was 14. Tweet sent. This shit is wild, chat. Now, this is so much information to unpack. So apparently, we don't know how old he was. This one, did he say? He said he only talks about the boy's age when it started. The boy was 6. And he says he continued the act until he was 14, which would be 8 years. No, not 8. Oh my God, he wasn't 6. We don't know how old he was. Do we know? Now, apparently the song gives more context. I'm going to try to play it. It might be already copywritten though. Let's try. Wait, hold on. Chat, I can't play the video. If I play the video, there's nudity. I can't play the video, so I'm gonna go black screen. I'm gonna go black screen. Give me a second. You'll be able to hear the song though, but the video I believe has nudity. Yo, Dave Blunts, you better not wrote this song, nigga. Yo. Yo, chat, this is... Chat, are we doing the whip test to this song with the homies in the car?
Hanging with my cousin, reading dirty magazines. We seen two niggas kiss and we ain't know what that shit mean. Then we start reenacting everything that we had seen. That's when I gave my cousin head, gave my cousin head, gave my cousin head, I gave my cousin head, I gave my cousin head.
Yo, chat, there's a part of me that thinks this is all cap. I'm going to tell you why. Here's my theory of why I think it's cap. There's something interesting that I realized while being around Ye. And I don't know what the intended purpose is, but he seems to somehow have a method to his madness. You know, I keep even referencing, like, you know, obviously this might be extreme, right? But him getting that Super Bowl commercial and him doing it off his iPhone. He's definitely into the idea of trying to command as much attention or saying the thing that would grab everybody's attention or be shocking to everybody. What he said to me, I think our whole interaction was caught on camera. He said to me, he says, he says, that tweet about Jay-Z and Beyonce's kids kind of made that Nazi and Hitler tweet not sound that bad, right? And I was like, well, yeah, that's kind of true. And one thing, even texting him, I was realizing I felt like he was constantly trying to one up that moment. He was trying to one up that moment. Like, what the fuck? And I ain't gonna lie, I thought he was tapped out. Pause. I'm like, come on, bro. You just called Jay-Z and Beyonce kids. Like, Jesus Christ. Now, I don't know if he's pulling from a real story. Because also, that would be some cock at 6. If you're slurping up foreskin, if you're eating cheese, that's not mozzarella, young man. That might be some source of serious trauma. Let me run it back one more time.
People tell me take it to my grave.
Now, here's the thing, too, and I'm going to keep it rewinding a little bit. So I'm talking to Ye, right? And at first, Ye wanted a few edits on, or that's what the people told me, right? They told me Ye wanted some edits. Never heard that from Ye, which, you know, I'm going to keep it a being with you. There were some middle people in between me and Ye at first, and I could tell they were like, they're not PR, but they were like, fuck, what are we going to do with this, right? So they were trying to do some cleanups, but then, and I was just like, listen, hey, I recorded everything unedited. I told Ye I was going to do an edit. As long as he's okay with the edits, I'll do the edits. I have no problem making edits. And Ye at first was just like, hey, just listen to whatever so-and-so says, and we're good. But then he came back around and he says, because we couldn't get to a final thing, and I sent him the thing, and then he was just like, you know what? Put the whole thing out. Fuck it. No edits, right? One of the edits was going to be this. Ye was like, in the interview, he said, he's like, yo, these niggas, I don't know if they think I'm the pink polo F word type of guy, blah, 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 right? And I think that was maybe around the time where he was talking about either Jim Jones or somebody. And that was like one of the edits. He was just like, yo. Remember, he calls Drake the F word, I think. He's like, yo, could you take out when I call myself the F word? And I was just like, it's interesting. I was down to do it. Okay. But that was like an interesting moment, if you ask me, because I'm like, yeah, you use the word, but I don't know exactly how you're using the word, because I don't think you're talking about gayness. I think it's an insult, but like, it's like the word fuckboy. Like, I wouldn't say, if I'm calling everybody a fuckboy and I felt maybe I did some fuckboy shit, I would be like, damn, I was a fuckboy that. But it felt like Ye didn't want to refer to himself as the F word, even though it was down to refer to everybody else. And I was like, okay. Now, what this did was make me think, and I'm like, I'm wondering if this is true. Has Ye had some, I don't think he's gay, but some trauma even from trying to understand what that was, if it's true. Like, bro, you were picking up your cousin for years. Now as a kid, but still. My name is Ye and I sucked my cousin's dick till I was 14. So that's a mic drop in the AA meeting or whatever. Hi, my name is Ye. Hi, Ye. It's like the AA meeting. I'm here because me and my cousin used to read dirty magazines when we were younger. And then he gets to this part saying, hi, my name is Ye, and I sucked my cousin's cock till I was 14. I wonder if Ye has been, I wonder if he's been to something like this. Because this tweet seems, hi, my name is Ye, and I, or maybe he was just trying to get a mic drop moment. Anyway, let me keep playing. Now, here's the thing with Ye shit too. There's always like a part of the song that's low-key fire. But it's fire if you just go with the tone of the rapping, the beat, but you don't think about what the fuck he's saying. Let me try to give a little bit of qualitative, like really even conversation about this. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I really believe that Ye, he's really hurt. Bro, I sat there. I keep telling you about pretty much that same moment when I'm watching him. He has the fucking hood on, and like I just seen his eyes get so dilated when he was speaking about certain things. But even when to you guys he came across as upset, to me all I saw was hurt. Like he's extremely hurt. If you read like even the messages that he approved that I could put out, the tweets that I tweeted out, like our text messages, I could tell so much of the stuff he was saying to me was about hurt, was also based in hurt. If you notice, I apologized to him. And I said, bro, I'm sorry that you're going through that with your kids. Like, he's really hurt about that. Like, for me to tell a story of, again, my short time interacting with Ye, I would say there's a lot of childhood trauma. There's a lot of trauma and guilt, maybe not only about his cousin, if this is real, but also his mom. A lot of hurt from what he perceives as betrayal. And I don't believe he's ever fully processed that. Now, I'm not going to sit here and hit y'all with a cliche, yo, he just needs to go to therapy. I don't know the proper outlet for that. I don't know the proper outlet to begin to process all of these things. Now, with all that being said, I do believe this album, y'all are either going to call it his worst or maybe y'all are going to call it his best. Because every song is like this really deep, personal, revealing. It's like, I said this before about Kanye talking about Jewish people and the Nazi stuff. And I said, we're all hip hop fans. I call Kanye the greatest hip hop musician of all time. But we'd like a version of Ye that we want him to stay. Like, some of y'all want him to stay George Bush don't care about black people yet. Some of y'all want him to stay bottle of Henny in the hand Grammys palming Kim K's ass. Some of y'all want him to stay walking up on the Grammys, snatching the mic. Beyonce had the best video. Y'all want him to say that, Ye. Some of y'all want him to stay super creative, runway, just the master genius of music and pushing the culture forward, Ye. Some of y'all want 808s and heartbreak. Some of y'all just want chop up these samples, bring in Charlie Wilson, give us a Bound 2. Give us a Blood on the Leaves. But nobody wants him for the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I particularly believe that Ye goes through a series of phases consistently. We remember when he was running for president, he spent $8 million of his own money, or it was actually, it was maybe closer to 20. And he was crying on stage talking about abortion, right? And then he chilled out for a bit. And he goes through these cycles of really venting. He's using the music. He used to use the music around the time of the life of Pablo, or really Yeezus. He told you that music was his outlet to vent his frustration about him not getting into the fashion industry. And some people love Yeezus, right? Some people love the life of Pablo, right? But now he's using this album, and it's very clear to me, he's using this album to, I don't know if it's curing his trauma, but he's using it to kind of lay some burdens down. Like, as much as we're clowning here, a bunch of shit he said, if it's true, was weighing heavy on his heart. A lot of y'all are saying the same thing. Yo, bro, if I was deep throwing my cuz, I'm taking that to the grave, right? He don't want to do that. He wants to literally put it all down. And by the way, I don't know what the end result of that is. I'm not going to say if he does this, it's going to alleviate him of some of this burden that he's feeling. Because he's kind of, and this is where like some people kind of, I don't think I'm a Ye apologist. I think I'm far from that. Nor do I think I'm a yes man or anything like that. By the way, I don't communicate with him enough to be a yes man. Like, he's been waiting for me. Well, let me not say it like that. He's been saying, "Act when you get into China." I was trying to get there with Aiden Ross. I don't know what happened, but shit. Not China, I mean Japan. I still want to go get part 2 and do some things yet. Don't worry. But people do kind of give me a little flack when I say, well, some of the things he says makes a little sense. Like, yeah, would you tell people this shit if this happened? Fuck no. But I do understand him feeling this sense of guilt. If your cousin went to jail for life for supposedly killing a pregnant woman, right? You probably think that some of the things you and he did as a child traumatized him and put his life down another path. That probably led to this. It's guilt. He's been carrying around that guilt. He never spoke on it. And this is one thing I keep saying about artists. I think fans want to police what an artist says. Like, you want to be like, all right, that's too much. You're oversharing. All right, we could fuck with you talking about this because, yeah, we fuck with this. All right, cool. Oh, this? Oh, we don't want to hear it. Yeah, he's telling you. He sucked off a man. Now, there's like mad parallels, too. Another piece that was on the chopping block for the interview was the Frank Ocean part, specifically about Frank. Well, as people were thinking like, oh, well, we just don't want to have him beefing with people that he don't got really a problem with, but he's just getting off whatever. Shit, I kind of look at that differently now too. Yo, Frank. I think Ye probably look at him like, yo, ain't no way this nigga gonna beat me to the punch about admitting to sucking a dick. Nigga, I sucked a dick too. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. Hey, listen, I'm just trying to. I think Ye was probably thinking about that whole time like, so this nigga gonna think he gonna go all triple platinum, quadruple platinum for sucking a dick. and beat me to the punch on some Soldier Boy shit, I'm gonna get that nigga, man. I'm gonna get that nigga right there. Anyway, let me run it back one more time. Hey, chat. Do you know what sample this is? Anybody knows what sample this is? Please let me know if you know what sample this is. By the way, shout out to everybody in the building. Got about 14,000 people on here across Rumble and both YouTube channels, so salute to y'all.
Hanging with my cousin, reading dirty magazines. We seen two niggas kiss and we ain't know what that shit mean. Then we start reenacting everything that we had seen.
So he said, I'm hanging with my cousin reading dirty magazines. We seen two niggas kissing? Wait.
We seen two niggas kiss and
Am I getting the lyrics right? We seen two niggas kissing? This song is about... Wait, hold on. Let me make sure I can see it. I showed him the dirty magazines when he was 6. Oh, when he was 6. Yeah. My dad had Playboy magazines, but the magazines I found in the top of my mom's closet were different. You see, it's like layered trauma here, chat. And I know some of y'all be like, yo, Ak, you're Jamaican. That's Batimanting, yo. But we have to, y'all dick suck Kendrick all the time and act like Kendrick is the smartest nigga on earth when he's just a fucking leopard. I'm playing. I like Kendrick, but still. We got to give Ye a little bit of that too, because I think this is way more honest than anything like, you know what I mean, Kendrick has ever said. And by the way, this is another thing about the hypocrisy of hip-hop. Kendrick comes out and says his auntie was a man, and y'all like, oh my God, so brave. Kanye says, I sucked a cock. Y'all like, gay! Come on. So it looks like he's saying his mom had magazines. So they were looking at dirty magazines. His dad had Playboy magazines, right? Where, you know, obviously Playboy magazine is a heterosexual outlet, probably women and men, or it would be, you know, it was kind of targeted at dudes, so it was have scantily clad women or naked women, right? He's saying that his mom also had dirty magazines, but those featured niggas kissing niggas, which kind of continues this idea or rumor that, do I need to say the rest? His mom may have had magazines where people of same sex were, get me? You're smart. You know what I'm talking about. Okay? So it basically, he's almost connecting the dots to say the magazines his mom had that showcased same-sex interactions led him to try same-sex interaction with his cousin, because he was just trying out the things, which, by the way, there's a lot more questions to be asked here, Chad. Remember, he said, we were acting out what we saw. Well, here's the thing. I mean, I don't know what was in Playboy magazines, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't only, there might have been, I'm wondering if the next thing we gonna hear is, yeah, there was some butt fucking too. Yeah, there was some butt fucking too. I don't know. Anyway, let's keep playing. We probably have Kanye West cousin's lyrics. We need the lyrics to break down. Hanging with my cousin reading dirty magazines. We seen some niggas kissing. We ain't know what that shit mean. Then we start reenacting everything that we had seen. Oh, chat, we gonna hear about the butt fucking next. Holy. That's when I gave my cousin head. Gave my cousin head. Gave my cousin head. I gave my cousin head. I gave my cousin head. So I was like, okay. And I know these niggas about to judge me now. Started off when we was hanging out. Told my cousin not to tell nobody. How old was Ye? Please tell me, take it to my grave. Truth will set you free someday. Oh, people tell me take it to my grave. Oh, I wonder who he was telling this around his circle. Truth will set you free someday. I don't think they understand. Now, oh, by the way, let me get into this other arc of kind of trying to understand maybe why Kanye is even divulging some of this information to us. There is this thought, okay? There is this thought. There is this thought that Kanye is revealing a lot of these thoughts and speaking the way he's speaking because he's trying to leave himself insulated and protected from any type of extortion by anybody. Where someone might be like, yo, bro, I know you used to suck some dick. Or I have an audio of you admitting it, saying you used to suck dick as a kid. And he's like beating everybody to the punch. I mean, we've seen him divulge certain stuff where you're like, yo, bro, even if you're into that, why are you telling us? Like, for example, he's like, I like for people to fuck my girl. And you're like, okay, cool. But why are you telling us this, right? When he's like, what else he said? He said some stuff, but even like kind of comparing a lot of maybe some of his fetishes or whatever to Cassie and Diddy. You know what I mean? Like he's even said, which I remember he said this to me before he had tweeted it, but I ain't gonna lie, I didn't never think he would tweet it. That's the thing about Kanye. Like he had said it to me. He's like, yo, Ak, I had this one tweet. Which, by the way, I'm trying to give you some insight. Kanye thinks about these tweets. Before y'all seen that tweet where he says, yo, I always had this idea where like me and Ray J, we both fuck him at the same time. Like while I Hit It First is playing. And I remember saying, okay. And he was just like, yeah, nah, that'd be crazy. And I was thinking, I'm like, ain't no fucking way he's gonna say that, right? He tweeted it. So again, and that wasn't all in a day. He tweeted it later on, which means this is something he had a time to mull over. It's not like, you know, sometimes you be thinking, like, for example, with somebody like, say Meek, you would think that he's impulsive, maybe drunk, whatever, off a pill or whatever in a moment, and he says something, and then maybe he has a change of mind when he sobers up. Now, Ye? Now, you might say, well, being drunk or whatever is like same like a manic episode. You could be in that manic episode for days and weeks. But I all I'm saying is that some of these tweets you're seeing, he's told people this consistently. It's just now coming out, and I think most people around him thought, all right, you're going to kind of like get to your senses and not say this. But he's saying it, which seems a little bit, he's intentional with it. Let me keep playing. Okay. Let me see. I told my cousin not to tell nobody. People tell me to take it to my grave. Truth will set you free someday. I don't think they understand that I'm not attracted to a man. They thought I was gay. I think this is a Cardi ad lib, isn't it? The sample was taken from Playboy Cardi, new tank from Whole Lotta Red. And then it says, nitrous don't help me. It just put me in a trance. I'm talking about euphoria. I'm not talking about a man. Now, that's kind of like a play on the word trans could be heard as trans. Didn't Kanye talk about someone with trans? Told her, don't leave me because I need you by my side. As long as you don't leave me, then I'll probably be all right. And that one time you left me, I didn't get no sleep that night. And that one time you left me, I took 10 perks to get high. 10 perks to get high, pray that I don't die. But if I die, see you in the sky. 2 pints of the Qua. The fuck is that? I don't take drugs, Chad. Quagen Pharmaceuticals, a brand of codeine. Okay. Don't leave me. Just stay. Bae, let's go on a vacation. Leave the world behind. Leave the world behind. Leave the world behind. Damn, Dave loves this feature on this. Wow. I remember when he said he had some tweets about like suicidal thoughts, and one thing I'll promise y'all, if and when we do part 2 I'm going to try to at least flush out these ideas. I'm no therapist. Okay, I'm not smarter than the average bear. But like I remember even in the conversation with him when I asked, I said, you know, we love you. Why do you say you were having suicidal thoughts? And he jumped around, didn't really answer it, and he moved on. I think we gotta have some real conversations, right? Okay, let me bump this one more time. This is why Kanye is a GOAT. Respectfully, the moment Frank Ocean told me he was getting his guts rearranged by a man and he was sucking cock, I stopped listening to him. I ain't gonna lie to you. I realized we talking about two different things. He's talking about dick and balls, and I'm trying to hear about vagina and clitoris. Like, it was two different things. I was just like, go ahead, my brother. Like, even thinking about you, I couldn't think about that song no more. You know what I'm saying? Kanye's so great. Nigga, I'm over here, and I'm Jamaican as fuck. Y'all see my Jamaican flag back there. I was born there. Kanye so good. I'm over here nodding my head. And nigga saying, yeah, I sucked the dick. And I'm like, yeah, this is kind of, so I wouldn't sing the lyrics still, but like, kind of like, I wouldn't sing the lyrics, but like, you know what I mean? It's gay. It's like, this is why I'm telling you he's the greatest musician of all time. I'm telling you, I stopped listening to Frank Ocean the moment he told me he sucked the dick. I'm like, all right, peace. Kanye's over here saying, yeah, I sucked the dick. He put that as the chorus. I gave my cousin head. And I'm like, I ain't gonna sing it still, but like, it's Ye. You got that new Yeezy in the Serato? I ain't gonna lie. But maybe I'm too much of like just a Ye fan, like on a music level. Cause the nigga was singing about like Hitler and shit, and I was just like, that beat though. That beat kind of not the lyric, the beat. You think when Ye's like, all right. So this is how I hear Ye used to work. Like, he used to have Vori just on standby. Like, Kanye, like, I think he looks at it like, I'm the ultimate musician, right? But I'm not a hater. So, like, I get the best writers, the best producers. I'm also one of the best producers, and I write some stuff too. All of y'all, I'm going to get y'all to work efficiently. I got the greatest ear, and we're going to make the greatest music, okay? Also, I'm the biggest brand. So, like, he would just have, like Vori around, and he would just be like, yo, Vori, I need you to write me the song about XYZ, and I kind of have, like, it should go kind of like you just say something, and then Vori takes that and fucking crafts it up. You get what I'm saying? And then he'll come in, tweak it, add some drums to it, like when he's doing the thing on the thing, and then they kind of make it a song. I imagine what happens when Ye walks in the room and says, yo, Dave Blunts. And Dave's like, what up, Ye? It's like, yo, bruh, today's the day. All right, what song we making? Yo, I need you to write me a song about me sucking my cousin's dick. I wonder what Dave Blunts is like. Wait, what? What's the assignment?
I'm not talking about a man. Told her.
Yo, unpopular opinion, I think all these songs been fire. World War III, I get high. I think that's fire. Now, yes, it has some lines that you might not want to, cool, but I think that song lit. Bianca, I just wanted you to come back. Yo, chat, I want to play this. Should I play it? I don't think Ye's going to be mad at me if I want to play the other version of Bianca. So, I feel like I'm part of history because Ye sent me two versions of Bianca, and like, he's like, which one should I go with? And I'm like, nah, go with this one. And the one you guys hear, that's the one he went with. Or that's the one he approved for me to play on stream. But there's another version. It's pretty much the same lyrics. It's just that it's a different tempo, and he Production-wise, it's just different, really. I wonder if I could play it. I feel like you'll get mad. I ain't gonna do it. Bianca, I just want you to come back. Come back to me. World War III, I fuck with that song. Now, let's not even get into that. Let's stay on topic. So, a bunch of people actually start reacting to this. First and foremost, we have ASAP Ferg, who reacted to this and said, "Good for Kanye. Now you could be whole. When people start to act out, you never know the root of the issue. Send in love, brother. You're a goat." The most hilarious part about this, a nigga in the comments says, "Yeah, right, a throat goat." Yo, the internet is undefeated. ASAP Ferg said, "You're a goat." This nigga say, "All right, nigga, a fucking throat goat." Man, oh fucking man, bro. Yo, my comments on Akademiks Instagram is always hilarious. Somebody says, "I don't agree. Something you just keep off the internet." Somebody says, "Yo, niggas acting like he tempted to match stories." Like, so they're saying Ferg might want to come out too. Man, niggas say, "Nigga, what?" Somebody say, "Oh, people condoning that he was a predator." The world is wait, what? How's Kanye a predator in the story? He was a child. Somebody said, "I believe him," and him and his cousin was the same age. He said 6. So calling a 6-year-old a predator is crazy. Someone said, "No, people are condoning him trying to vent about built-up issues we know he has, so maybe he could start looking for help." Someone said, "Exactly. He said he felt bad for showing his cousin dirty magazines when he was 6. Predator alert. Get to the chopper." What? Ye was not an adult when he showed his cousin these magazines. He said he didn't tell his age when he started. He told his cousin's age when it started, 6, but he told his age when he stopped, 14. Regardless, Ye was a child when this was happening. It says if you're a child, you can't be a predator. If you're doing things to other kids, that's your parents' fault. Somebody said that part. Somebody said, that's what I'm saying. If he said his cousin forced him, then I understand. But he said he was the one who instigated and pushed his cousin into the act. They're both children. How are they praising, bro? I don't know. Somebody said, y'all created y'all only storyline based on some lyrics. Somebody says, except that what he's showing you up until 14.2. Says, nigga, what? He literally tweeted and explained what he did himself. Somebody says, they were not the same age. He was clear when he stated the cousin, not himself, was 6 years old. Kanye is 5 years older than him. Wait, how did they know he was 5 years older than him? Somebody said, where was the 5-year age gap made clear? That info isn't on the Twitter post. Is that info you just knew already? But damn, 11 is crazy. I don't know if I could call an 11-year-old a predator. So they're saying, imagine if the cousin was 6 and Kanye was 11. So, but I don't know. That's a tough one. Somebody said, this is a lot of black people's storyline. Don't try to front like y'all ain't go through this. Oh, shit. These comments going to be great. Somebody said, sure, you didn't. Somebody says, and we're talking about toddlers here. Like, you're weird for even discussing a little kid. Somebody said, you're right. It's everybody's experience. Y'all need to be careful because we're talking about a 5 and a 6-year-old at the time. He never gave specific details. Somebody says, no, I've never been through this, and I don't know anyone who's been through this. Stop projecting your own experience on people. Somebody said, nigga, this your storyline, nigga. Somebody says, yo, chat, could we all admit that we got the best comment section in the land? We definitely got the best comment section. Our comment section be the most lit. Someone says, it's not my storyline, but I know a lot of people that went through this. So you can act all tough and mighty if you want through the phone. But you know I'm telling the truth. Somebody says, you probably went through it yourself, but would never have the balls to say it. Somebody says, white people too? You know how many white girls I met that told me their father touched them as a little girl? Somebody said, hey, man, Don't marginalize us. That's not even majority black experience. Somebody said, the fuck are you talking about? I've never sucked a dick. Fuck out of here. Oh my God. Maybe I got to start doing a thing where I read the comments on my own post. By the way, chat, while we're here, should I hit Ye? Should I hit Ye and be like, yo, bro, good song? Or is that like glazing? Because I don't want him to hit me back like, yo, act. You trying to be my cousin? No, I'm like, no, I'm hitting Ye. I'm going to hit Ye right now. Okay. I'm going to hit Ye right now. I'm going to tell him like, yo, bro, song's dope. The second half needs to go longer. I ain't going to comment on the sexuality shit. Is that fake? I'm going to hit him right now. I'm going to hit him right now, chat. Hold on. That's glazing? How's that glazing? Here we go. All right, this might be glazing. I ain't gonna lie. Yo, this might be glazing. You want me to read the message I'm sending? Hold on, let me just send it real quick. I already sent it. I said, yo, this is glazing. I ain't gonna lie. This is kind of glazing. Yo, so I hit yeah. I say, yo, I said, yo, I gotta see if I can go. Now I can still go back to Jamaica. Like, first of all, yo, I'm gonna deal with Batima. I'm in a saucy Santana fuckery. Okay. Ye not really gay. Like, who the fuck thinks Ye is gay? Like, come on, bro. Like, bro, come on, bro. Like, come on, bro. So this is what I said. I say, yo, Ye, you're amazing, bro. I said the second half of the Cousin song should be longer. 3 out of 3. This might be glazing. World War III, Bianca. All right, that might be glazing. Part 2 gonna be crazy, chat. Is that glazing? Yo, who said that? Yo, time that nigga out. Told my act is flirting. That's not flirting. I'm doing my job. I'm doing my job. Okay. Yo, chat. Yo, if anybody didn't catch last night's stream, so we made up for day 5 with like a really late night stream last night. Niggas is now saying this is Kanye. Chat. Y'all ain't shit. Hold on. They're saying that this Kanye right now.
Do you believe that the Lord tonight has set you free?
Yes, sir.
Turn around and tell those people.
Tell them.
I'm not gay no more. I am delivered. I don't like men no more. I said I like women. Women. I said women. I'm not gay. I would not date a man. I would not carry a purse. I would not put on makeup. I will love a woman.
Y'all will not play with my GOAT like that. The greatest hip hop artist of all time.
I would not put on makeup. I will love a woman. Now listen, y'all praise God with him.
Chad, let's get to it.
Let somebody believe God with him. Hey! We don't just preach condemnation. We preach reconciliation.
Let's get to it, Chad.
Hallelujah.
That's that dance where you know.
God, help him, Lord.
You done sucked your cousin off for 8 straight years, but now you about to fuck Kim K.
I don't like men no more. I said I like women. Women.
Let's go.
I said women.
Let's go.
I'm not gay. I would not date a man.
No.
I would not carry a purse.
Never.
I would not put on makeup.
No.
I will love a woman. Now listen, y'all praise God with him. Hold on, wait a minute. Let somebody believe God with him. Hey!
This is fire.
We don't just preach condemnation. We preach reconciliation. Hallelujah. God, help him, Lord. Help him, Lord. Help him. I wish I had some shown-up believers that'll come down here and dance with him and tell him you can do it in the name of Jesus. Hey!
That's what we gotta do with Ye.
Hey! When I tell you, I want you to run down towards that camera and tell them I got a brand new life. Run right now. Run. Because it's in front of you. Glory to God. Somebody shout better.
Anyway. Okay. Yo, why niggas in the chat said, yo, bro, even the Pope sucked off little kids too. Like, come on, chill, bro. Chill, bro. Run that shit back. Oh, yeah. By the way, hold on, let me see. Okay. Here we go.